Good afternoon, everyone, especially to Sir Toto. My report is about increased time away from work and life changes caused by restructuring organization. So, increased time away from work, many people feel you need to be a workaholic if you are going to be a success. That is not necessarily true. Of course, hard work often goes hand in hand with success and meeting our goals, but that doesn't mean we need to kill ourselves doing it. Often, when we work hard to the point of killing over, it's as if we have something to prove either to ourselves or everyone else around us. It's like we are saying, yes, I really can do it all. But after a while, it begins to take a toll on us. Working constantly with no break doesn't make us more productive. In fact, time away from work actually increases productivity. Almost po kasi tayong mga Pilipino, very workaholic. Hindi tayo titigil hanggat hindi natin natatapos ang ating ginagawa. To the point na halos hindi na tayo kumakain or hindi na tayo nakakatulog. Dahil gusto nating tapusin ang ating trabaho. Isa pa, gusto nating patunayan sa iba at sa ating sarili na kaya nating tapusin. But at the end, tayo rin ang magsasuffer. So, there are benefits of increased time away from work. Number 1, do more in less time. Lack of sleep, fatigue, and stress all have effects on us. They cause a drain on our energy levels and make problem solving much more difficult. It's hard to stay on task when we are running out of mental fuel. When rested, everything we do can be done in less time that allow us to do more in a shorter time span. So, totoo po yun. Di ba kapag pagod ka na, wala ka ng gasinong magagawa at hindi ka na masyadong makapag-isip. Kasi nga, drain na yung isip mo. Samantalang kung nakapagpahinga ka, matatapos mo yung trabaho mo at mas magagawa mo pa rin ang iba in a short period of time. Number 2, prevents burnout. Time away from work increases productivity by preventing burnout. Vacations, morning and afternoon breaks, and lunch period are all opportunities to shut our minds off. Allowing ourselves to disconnect give us brain a chance to rest. Example, like plugging in a cell phone to recharge either at night or during the day, it isn't going to continue running if we don't charge it up now and again. Then number 3 is boost creativity. Many people get in a slump in the middle of the afternoon. That is the perfect time to take a fast-paced 5 to 10 minutes walk. Cardio activity can actually boost our productivity for up to about 2 hours after exercise. This allows us to do what we do best but faster. Not only that, but it can spur our creativity and problem-solving ability as well. When we get up, even for a little while, it gets us moving and makes our heart start pumping. This increases our blood flow to every part of our bodies, including our brain. We see things differently. As we form new perspective on issue or problem, we become more innovative and creative at solving them. So yun nga, mas nagiging creative ka pag nakakapag-exercise ka or nakakapag-stretch ka. And number 4 is learn more. Grade school age children get recess time at school. As it turns out, there may be a good reason for that. There is a big benefit to giving ourselves some recess time in a similar ways. So example ko dito is yung playing chess and Scrabble. Once we get up and away from everything, even for a little while, we can come back to work and direct our focus on learning new tasks or taking on a different problems. And number 5, get sick less. There are health benefits to taking time away from work. Many people need fewer sick days when they are less stressed. Less stress equals better health equals greater productivity. Obviously, working hard is a key part of being successful, but time away from works increases productivity too. to be the best we can. Therefore, we should all take breaks periodically and work hard the rest of the time. So yun nga, kung nakakapag-exercise ka, hindi ka magkakasakit kasi binigyan mo ng break ang sarili mo. So I have a question for you, dear classmates. Do you regularly take time away from works? There are 3 ways vacation is good for you. Number 1, vacation is relaxing. We often take vacation in order to relax. The data showed that a resort vacation not only make us feel more energetic and less stressed than we were before we took the vacation. It also leads to a strong and immediate impact on molecular networks associated with stress and immune function. Number 2 is breaks make you more productive. Another personal and professional advantage of taking vacation is the ability to detach from work. However, disengaging from work when you are not at work make us more resilient in the face of stress and more productive and engaged at work. A short weekend getaway can provide significant work stress recovery, while longer trips away provide even more relief. After a vacation, 64% of people say that they are refreshed and excited to get back to their job. It's a win-win both for employees and organizations. Number 3 is a chance of pace boost creativity. Another professional advantage from taking time off is boost in creativity. Many workers tend to specialize in their own field and fail to explore in new areas of diversify their interests. Yet, research shows that being exposed to a new and different experiences actually boosts your creativity. For example, one study showed that hiking in nature disconnected from all devices for 4 days, a very unusual experience in our day and age, led to a 50% spike in creativity. So according to Barbara Fredrickson, brain imaging studies show that doing nothing, being ideal, daydreaming, and relaxing create alpha waves in the brain that are key to creative insight and innovative breakthroughs. Now let's move on to life changes caused by restructuring the organization. Restructuring. A restructuring might involve changing the way the company is managed, addressing debt service and financing strategies, going to a new market, or changing the company's product or service. There are changes for organization. Number 1, organizational shift. Restructuring might require a new management team or small business owner to sell part of the business and bring on a new partner or partners. Number 2, change in financing strategies. If a company can't meet its capital needs, it might sell stock or take on investors. Then number 3 is new products mix. When a company enters into a new marketplace, it might need to restructure the business if the new products or services required a different skill set. This might mean adding a division to the company or opening a new production facility. Number 4 is different distribution strategy. One way to restructure a business is to sell using different distribution channels. A company has sold only through intermediaries and decides to add direct sales. The company will need to address the operational change that comes with the direct sales. This might include changes to its sales force, order taking processes, product fulfillment, accounting services, customer service, and information technology. So the last one is rebranding. When a company goes through a restructuring due to a change in its product mix or distribution strategy, it might need to change its marketing message, depending on whether the company's unique selling, differential, and key benefits change. the business might need to create a new brand message and brand management strategy. There are also life changes for the people, and they are the following. Number 1, disrupted habits. People often resist change for the simple reason that change disrupts our habits. So dito po, maraming tao talaga ang nagre-resist sa changes. Like po yung situation natin ngayon na new normal. Dati po, more on face-to-face ang work, ang studies, at ang mga businesses. So ngayon po ay mostly online ang mga services. Is disrupted habits and no choice. We need to adjust. The second one is personality change. Some people are more resistant to change than others. Research shows that people who have a positive self-concept are better at coping with change. Probably because those who have high self-esteem may feel that whatever the changes are, they are likely to adjust to it well and be successful in the new system. People with a more positive self-concept and those who are more optimistic may also view change as an opportunity to shine as opposed to a threat that is overwhelming. So dito po sa personality change ay depende po sa personality ng tao. Sa mga positive thinking o positive thinker ay madali lang silang makaka-cope up sa changes kasi nga meron silang high self-esteem na anumang pagbabago ay mapapagtagumpayan nila. It is also their opportunity to shine their potential if there is. Third one is feeling of uncertainty. Change inevitably brings feeling of uncertainty. You have just heard that your company is merging with another. What would be your reaction? Such change is often turbulent and it is often unclear what is going to happen to each individual. Some position may be eliminated. Some people may see a chance in their job duties. Things can get better or they may get worse. Feeling that the future is unclear is enough to create stress for people because it leads to a sense of lost control. So dito po, yung feeling of uncertainty ay walang kasiguruhan ang future mo doon sa kumpanya na pinagtatrabahuhan mo. Halimbawa, ikaw ay nagtatrabaho sa isang company and you have just heard that your company is merging with another at hindi mo alam kung mananatili ka or not doon sa company na yon. So you have a feeling of uncertainty. The fourth one is fear of failure. People also resist change when they feel that their performance may be affected under the new system. People who are expert in their jobs may be less than welcoming of the changes because they may be unsure whether their success would last under the new system. Studies show that people who feel that they can perform well under the new system are more likely to be committed to the purpose change, while those who have lower confidence in their ability to perform after changes are less committed. Ang example ko po dito is yung cousin ko na nagtatrabaho po siya sa isang company and then sumunod na taon po ay magkakaroon ng restructuring sa kanilang company. At siya po ay hindi masyadong marunong sa computer. Nagkaroon po siya ng fear na possible siyang matanggal. So, ang ginawa niya, instead na yung fear ang kanyang inilagay sa kanyang kalooban, ay nilabanan niya po yun. So, nag-aral po siya ng computer at yung Excel na dati hindi niya po alam, pinag-aralan niya. At nung tinanong po siya ng boss niya kung magpapatuloy siya sa company nila, sabi niya ay yes. Kahit hindi pa siya ganun karunong, ay yun po yung sinagot niya. So, ngayon po ay siya po yung nanatili sa kanilang kumpanya at ngayon po ay siya na yung isa sa pinagkakatiwalaan. So, the last but not the least, personal impact of change. It would be too simplistic to argue that people resist all change, regardless of its form. In fact, people tend to be more welcoming of change that is favorable to them on a personal level, such as giving them more power over others or change the most quality of life, such as bigger and nicer offices. So dito naman sa personal impact of change, ito po ay very simple lang po dun sa mga high self-esteem. Kasi ito yung chance nila na ma-promote sila. So favor sa kanila yung changes dahil possible na sila ay maghawak ng mga malalaking kumpanya o ma-promote sila. So, in enclosure to my report, always remember that in increased time away from work, you must take a break, you must have an exercise, and also take a vacation so that you will be more productive. In life changes caused by restructuring the organization, it involves the changing of the company is managed, and it's also addressing the debt service and financing strategies. Also, the changing the company's product or services. Kung magpapalit ka ng products or mag-additional ka ng mga items, it need to restructure the business. So, in life changes for the people naman, it depends upon the behavior of the person. So, on how you overcome the changes of life, whether you take it threatening or a challenge. This is all my report. Thank you very much and God bless you all.